All right, my next pick for albums that you should check out by older artists. Bill might find this one very interesting, actually. And I just saw them live not too long ago. I saw Tears for Fears live, ladies and gentlemen. Tears for Fears just put out a new album called The Tipping Point. And honestly, I listened to it again the other day from start to finish. This is a modern masterpiece. From and guess the band that wrote Everybody Wants to Rule the World and Shout.
Let it all out.
Let it all out, kids.
Are the things I can do without. Come on.
Yeah, that same band put out their first album in 18 years. Kid you not, this is a new release in 18 years. And it was critically acclaimed. And this might be one of the most underrated albums we talk about tonight. Because it's by Tears for Fears, called The Tipping Point. And I heard a lot of the songs live when I saw them. They play like 7 or 8 songs from the record. It's like 10 songs too on the record. But it's like there are some really solid songs on this record. The title track is one of them, The Tipping Point. Stay is great. It's their first album in 17 or 18 years. It's so good. It's such a great journey through this record. And it just came out this year too, in 2022. It just came out and I'm like, this is a great record. I love this record from start to finish automatically. Like, so when I just want to put this out there, when I hear people say like, oh, well, you know, like when I hear stuff like, oh, there's no like, you know, like rock isn't charting on the Hot 100, but that doesn't mean great albums by rock artists are not coming out. This is a great testament for how good older rock bands can put out new material. Like The Tipping Point is a great record by Tears for Fears. And yet it came out in 2022 and not like it came out so late in their career. They waited a long time to make a new record, but that doesn't mean like, oh, just because it's not charting on the Hot 100, rock is dead. It's not dead, ladies and gentlemen. It's not charting on the. There are still plenty of people listening to rock and roll music. There are still plenty of artists out there listening. Plenty of fans in the U.S. listening. Just want to let you guys know, if you go to Europe, rock and any country in Europe, the main music they listen to is rock. Italy, Ireland, Germany, you name it, rock bands go there and they have, like, regardless of whatever it is, it could be Metallica, it could be Tears for Fears, it could be Paul McCartney. And the festivals out there are huge. For our UK listeners and our European listeners, shout out to you guys. But Tipping Point proves that great albums are still being made, especially in the year 2022. So The Tipping Point, I highly recommend you check it out. It's a solid record overall. And just because it's by Tears for Fears, that 80s new, shut up. It's a great record. You definitely should stream this one. 100%. Bill, do you have any take on Tears for Fears? Do you like them overall or what?
I like a few of their songs. I like, I like Everybody Likes to Rule the World.
Shout.
I do like Shout.
Yeah. There's another one like called Head Over Heels. It's so good. Sowing the Seeds of Love is another one. They're a really underappreciated band. They got great material out there, truthfully. Like really underappreciated, underrated material out there. They're that good. Like they're so good, and people just take them for granted.
They do.
Like they're another band from the 80s. But the Tipping Point proves that you can have an older artist put out a brand new album, and it's great.
They don't want to listen to band from the 80s. They want to listen to Cardi B. I like it like that. Do.
Yeah, forget it. But The Tipping Point, this album is fantastic. It's art pop. It's pop rock. If you have not heard it,
I played stuff from that when you saw them.
They played at least they played 7 songs off of the record, and it received universal acclaim when it came out. It scored an 85 out of 100 on Metacritic.
Whoa!
For those who keep track at home. So if you've not heard Tears for Fears, The Tipping Point, get on it. It is a great new record that proves that rock is not dead. It's not dead at all, guys. Great albums are still being put out by rock artists. You just have to find them. Hidden gems here and there.
Rock's not dead.
It's not dead, ladies and gentlemen. It's not dead. It might not be charting, but that doesn't mean it's dead. Because there's plenty of people listening to these songs and plenty of people listening to these artists. Just saying. So, anyways, I digress.